Hi everyone, what's up? I'm Nick from Chelsea Piers Fitness. Today we're going to go over a nice 50-minute vinyasa yoga flow. So before we get on our mats, if everyone wants to tell me where you're coming in from. I'm here in Manhattan in my apartment. Made it into a nice little kind of yoga studio, which is cool. Nice. As you come in, we'll all just get started kind of sitting down, allowing our body just to kind of rest into where we are. Just kind of situate yourself if you want your legs to be crossed or legs to be straight. Before we start, just kind of maybe take a little bit of time to yourself. Just kind of finding wherever that center point is in between the hips. Maybe as you go to the right, we exhale, and as you go to the left, you inhale. Whatever works here, just kind of moving the body, just getting situated, just feeling where we're at. And just using the hands on the shins more as a way to really lift the heart. And that'll be a central theme in today's practice, is really leading with the heart, letting everything else truly follow, truly support the heart. And so everything really has its place and purpose, and through that our breath really leads the heart. So again, whatever rhythm or pattern we want to kind of start with, maybe to the right it's an inhale, and to the left it's an exhale. If you want to bring the hands behind you, just keep the chest lifted. Maybe just start to roll out the shoulders a little bit. Come onto the fingertips too, just so you get a little bit more leverage in what we're doing. A little bit more control and kind of the body and the alignment. If you want to take just some natural, gentle, just movement, nothing strenuous. Everything led by breath, and the breath letting the heart lead its way. What I mean by that is more of a practical sense. So if we can't breathe, we really can't move. And so let's get to a place in our bodies, if we can, where there's a nice gentle breath. Still feeling maybe a part of our range of motion that makes sense. But through that, even if there is a little stress, continuing to find a place in the breath that is nice and calming and gentle throughout our practice. So if it starts to become stress, that's fine. But if it becomes where we can't breathe, or it's really hard to breathe, or we have to hold our breath to hold our pose, we really just want to shift our mind to going where we need to go. So we'll come back to our body, and if you're just joining now, what's going on? I'm Nick from Chelsea Piers Fitness. Today we'll have a 50-minute vinyasa yoga flow. And we'll start off with a nice warm-up, go through a couple sequences, and then a couple back bends, some twists, and then we'll go into a nice meditative shavasana. And so with that, we'll just gently sit up tall, reach the hands up over the head. Let the hips kind of ground into the mat. Take your left hand onto your right wrist and just let the right hand come up. And then maybe look up. Be gentle with the neck. Your vision is really important, so be gentle with what we do with our cervical spine. And then gently let the hands come down, hands behind us. Push into the mat, lift the heart. And then hands come back over the head. Now the right hand grabs the left wrist and reach up with the wrist. Feel the lift in the chest. Feel the ribs wrap back, engage the core, feel the hips push down. And then bring the hands back down behind us, and then just soften as you lower yourself down into the mat. Nice and gentle. Come onto the forearms and keep coming down. Bring the knees into the chest, hands around the shins. Flex both feet. And then just begin to roll out your ankles. We'll have 30 rollouts, just nice and gentle, preparing ourselves for our movement. 25, maybe use your breath as we go around. And just feel some pattern Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. So be gentle in your chest. Give the heart some time to rest. And just focus on the breathing and the rotating of the toes to open up our ankle and begin to release the muscles and the shin. Pay attention to just where the toes are going. What kind of circular motion we're creating. How that's creating energy or stirring up certain parts of the body. Whether it's tension or relief. Just finding some balance between the two. Take about 5 more rolls with our ankles. You should start feeling probably a little bit more tension than relief at this time. And then gently bring the knees back to the chest. Release the left leg, bring the right knee into chest. Plant the left calf into the mat. And then just big circles with the right knee from the right hip. As if you're stirring your own wand, potion or something, and just feeling your energy just start to come into the center of where you're at. Using your hands to control the hip opening. Nice and gentle, feeling openness in our body. And then come to a stillness. Both hands on the shin. Flex the right foot. Bring the right knee towards the right armpit. Flex the left foot as well and push your left heel away from your body. Feeling that length in the chest. And then slowly right knee over to the left side of the body. Reach the right hand away so we're not jamming the ear into the shoulder. But we're creating space in our bodies to start to twist open. Feeling the right oblique start to gain space. Breathing right into the center of our oblique. And then exhale, both knees into chest. If you're just joining now, we're just having a nice 50-minute vinyasa. We're in the warm-up. We're just going through our body. We'll release the right leg, right calf on the mat, hands over the shin. And again, same thing here. Big circles with the left knee. Feel your body. If you want to go a little bigger, maybe hula hoop size or whatever makes sense, or if you want to go small like a basketball, just be conscious of your decision. Just own it and just breathe into it. Just feel the body start to open. And then slowly bringing the left knee in the chest, hands over the shins. Flex the left foot, flex the right foot. Reach the right heel away from the body, left knee into the left armpit. Continue to breathe here, feeling some kind of just rhythm between the inhale and the exhale. It doesn't have to be equal, but just some kind of conscious rhythm between the two. And then left knee over the right side of the body. Same thing here, don't jam the shoulder into the ear, but create space in your body. Just keep breathing here, allowing the oblique to gently open up, creating space for the heart. And again, allowing the heart to lead, so feeling that lift. And then gently knees come back into the chest. We'll cross the shins, roll up and down the spine, but never onto the neck. It's the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Tailbone, shoulders. And don't count, just keep going. Just have fun with it. Give yourself an actual massage. We all deserve a massage sometimes. And as gentle as you want, if you want to cross the shins a couple times, if you want to keep the feet in line with each other, but be gentle here. We're not trying to hurt ourselves. Just trying to help ourselves, trying to help our back. Just feeling some massage. Our next one, we'll cross the shins, plant the hands down in front of us, and we'll step the knees back. And as always in our cat-cow, wrists right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. If you want to feel a little bit more openness in your wrists, you can always flip the fingers facing the knees. If you do that, draw an imaginary line across your mat and line the palms up. And then push into all 10 fingers as if all 10 fingers matter equally. And then lift the chest, open the heart. Lead with the heart. And then exhale, reset the heart back towards its center. And just subtle cat-cow here, nothing strenuous. Inhale. Allow the tailbone to lift towards its own purpose. The chest to rise. The hands to ground. And as you exhale, we round the back. We push into the fingers. Inhale. Lead with the heart. Exhale. Reset the heart. exhale. And we'll gently keep the toes tucked, hands come up over the head, shoulders stack over the hips, hips over the knees, grab opposite elbows. And really try to grip your elbows as if that is exactly how it's supposed to be. And then just take some circles. It could be gentle, it could be even just left and right. So we're just getting kind of a side stretch. You can move the hips forward and back so we get some extension and flexion in our pelvis. Wherever we want to go with the body, but be super gentle. Keep the heart lifted. Lead with the heart. Let the breath move us. If we want to get a little bit more movement here, we can even raise the hands. Just kind of feel our body and then lift the heart. Keep reaching high. And then hands come down to the center. And look at all the lines on your fingers. Pay attention to the detail in your hands. Where the nail meets the skin. The order, the length of each finger. The center of the palm. How they all connect. Just breathe into the hands, allowing that energy to fill. And then gently, hands come in front of us. We'll step both feet back for our first plank. And then strong in the plank. Shoulders right over the wrist. Push into the fingers. Don't just jam into your... Lift your fingers real quick. And then from there, push into the fingers. Push into the bottom of the knuckles. Push into the top of the palm. Look forward. Allow the heels to come back. Crown of the head reaches forward. So there's length in the spine. It's like you're floating on top of water. We're not trying to sit on the couch. We're floating on top of water. And then knees bend, hips up and back. First downward dog. Keep pushing into the fingertips, bottom of the knuckles. And then we walk ourselves to the top of the mat. Take your time. No rush. Keep the knees bent. Gently, hands come up over the head. Be mindful of where your vision is. It doesn't have to be up. It can be balanced, it can be in line, it can be whatever makes sense for your own body. And then as the hands come down, we forward fold, hips back, gently pushing into the feet. Bend the knees, step your right foot back. Then your left foot back. Hold in your plank. You can step your toes forward just about an inch. Keep in your plank, and then just let the heels go back so we come more into the thighs. So we have that balance between the body. We're just floating on water here. So push more into the fingers, push more into the toes. And then knees wide, feet together. Just kind of feel your body. In our child's pose, bend your elbows so they come closer to the body. Let your chest sit in between the thighs. Forehead down to the mat. Close your eyes for 3 long breaths. Feeling the energy from the mat into the fingers. And as you exhale, feeling the length in the back. Inhale. Exhale. And then gently come forward, stepping the feet back, bending the knees, hips up and back, downward dog. And then we just pedal the feet. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Our right foot steps in between our hands. Our left foot follows to the top of the mat. We forward fold. Inhale, arms come up over the head. Exhale, reach the hands out as far in front of you as possible as you sit the hips back. Feel the length of the back of the legs. Ground into the heels. And then gently step the right knee back. Right knee down to the mat. Crescent lunge. Feel the lift in the chest. Ground into your left knee, down into the ankle. Knee in between the second and third toe. All 5 toes in the front facing forward. Not to the left, not to the right. Forward. The knee over the ankle. We lift the heart. And your shoulder blades are like waterfalls, gently flowing down your back. Rotating the biceps away from our cheeks, so we externally rotate. As we stabilize the heart, which leads our chest. And then straighten the left leg. Gently coming on to a half lunge, runner's lunge, half split. Big toe towards the nose. Keep allowing the left hip to stabilize coming back. Lift the chest so we don't round the back too much. And then gently bend the left knee. Step the left knee back. Come back to a tabletop. We're going to bend the elbows, chest and chin come down, Ashtanga Namaskar. Slide through onto the belly, come on top of the feet, push into the hands, lift the chest. Heart lifts, heart leads. Exhale, push into the fingertips the whole time. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward dog. Just kind of pedal your feet here. Feel the heels heavy. Lifting the tailbone. Coming into our simple upside down triangle. And then inhale, left leg to the sky. Our left foot steps through in between our hands. Our right foot follows. We forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, arms come up over the head. Reach to the sky. Lift the chest. Exhale, reach the hands out in front of us, hips back. Ground into the heels. Slow. Take your time. Breathe. And then left foot steps back. Left knee comes down. Pelvis extension forward, scoop with the hips, Anjaneyasana. Right knee over the right ankle, rotate the biceps away from the chest, wrap in the ribs, and then let the shoulders melt down your back like a waterfall. Nice. How's everyone feeling? Continue to breathe, come to some rhythm. Pelvis still coming forward, feel nice little tilt. And one more breath. Straighten the right leg, flex the right foot, runner's lunge, half split. Big toe towards the nose, feel that magnetism, but at the same time, we're not rounding the back to get there. If we are, we want to push in the fingertips to lift the chest, but there is that direction of the right hip coming back, feeling that space. Breathe. And then bend the right knee, step the right knee back, tabletop, bend the elbows into the ribs, chest and chin come down, tailbone high. Exhale, slide into the belly, push into the top of the feet, lift the chest even higher this time. You want to look left without any neck issues, look left. And then push into the hands, look over to the right. And then come back to center, pushing the fingers the whole time through the transition. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward dog. Feel the lift in the tailbone. Breathe into your body. We gently walk to the top of the mat. Take your time, no rush. And then sweep the hands, come into a chair pose. But the knees don't go forward. The knees stay over the ankles. We sit the hips back. And we lift the heart. And then if you want to sit lower from there, great. But zip the thighs together. Unless you have any pelvic or lower back issues. Keep sitting the hips back, coming into the heels. Maybe even lift the toes. But then when you do lift the toes, put them back down and use them as an anchor. Still with the heel taking the brunt of the weight, of the balance, but still using the toes as additional support. Just like everything supports the heart through our flow. And then hands come behind the back, lift the heart. Reach the hands more back than down. Maybe the palms come together, maybe they don't. Whatever works in our body. And then ground into the feet. Keep lifting the heart, wrap the ribs in, and allow for the collarbones to widen. And then right knee to chest. Breathe. Flex the right foot, release the hands, hands to the right knee. And then we bring the knee even higher, even higher. And then slowly rotate the femur bone, externally rotated out. And we bring the right foot into the left thigh, or we bring the right foot into the calf. Or we kickstand with the toes on the ground and the heel coming into a tree pose. You could all use a little balance, and so with this, find wherever you're not pushing into your knee. Come to your breath. And we'll be here for 20 more breaths. So hands come up, hands come out. Hands come to the center. Up, out. Center. Up, out. We're almost there. Nice. Center. And then hold center. Just feel where you're at. Feel your heartbeat with your hands. Slight bend in the knee. If you feel you're blowing out your knee a little bit, be gentle. Keep breathing. No pressure on the knee. If we're there, we always go back down to the calf. Or we kickstand. 3 more breaths, strong in your body. Feel the lift. And then step the right foot down back to our chair. Sink the hips back. Breathe. And then hands come down to the mat. We're going to step our left foot back, our right foot back to our plank. This time we'll take our first chaturanga. We bend the elbows, but the elbows don't move. It's the shoulders that come forward. Come under the tippy toes. Push into the hands, lift the heart, and now pull the hands towards the body. Lift the heart up and out of the back. Strong in the thighs, reach. Push into the hands. And then push the hands the whole time through the transition. Protect your lower back. Tuck the toes. Hips up and back. Nice. Downward dog. Just paddle out the feet. Feel your body. And then we walk to the top of the mat. And then hands come up over the head. Reach. And grab opposite elbows. Take some little twist here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Bend the knees slightly. And then go the other way. Just feel your heart. And then release the hands behind the back. And again, more, not down jet, but more back. So they're opening, opening, opening. Pushing into the feet. Feeling the heart lead wherever we are. Take 3 breaths into your heart. Exhale, relax into the toes. Inhale. Exhale. And then left knee to chest. Hands come to our left knee. Externally rotate the left femur out. And then bring the left foot into the right thigh. And then hands come to prayer. Again, we can bring the foot onto the thigh. Never on the knee. Onto the calf. Or we kickstand it. The toes go on the ground and the heel goes above the right ankle bone. So we come here, we'll come back to our 20 breaths. This time we'll go the opposite way. So we'll go out, up, center. Out, up. And if we fall, we get right back into it. All of us fall, and so we just want to make sure when we get back into it, we're not back on the knee, but we're nice and safe. And we just keep going. Stay with the rhythm. Out, up, center. Out, up, center. 2 more. Out, up, center. And then 1 more. Hands come over. Drop the left foot. Come into a chair pose. Lift the heart. And then exhale. Hands come down. Forward fold. And stay here. Heel toe the feet out. Hip distance. Bend the knees. Hips back. Grab opposite. And then opposite elbows. Come out of your habits. And just let the shoulders relax. Literally as if the shoulders might just kind of slowly come away. Sit into your heels. Sit the hips back. And just kind of get a little bit of movement in your own body. And then hands come down to the mat. We step the right foot back, the left foot back, plank. We bend our elbows, but the shoulders come forward, come onto the tippy toes, chaturanga, dandasana. Push into the hands, lift the heart, thighs off the mat, hands towards the body, reach the chest up and away. And then exhale, push into the hands, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. And then inhale, right leg to the sky. Our right knee to our right elbow, we hold. Then inhale, right leg to the sky. And our right knee to our nose. And we step the right foot in between our hands. We paint ourselves up to a high lunge, noticing our right knee right over the ankle. Let the hips come down, but reach the hands high. Right hip back and open the chest. Feel the heart engaged. Breathe. Two more breaths here. Feel the heart lift, feel the hips relax. Right knee over the right ankle, grounding into the right big toe mound. Rotating the biceps away from the cheeks, reaching the left heel back, lifting the heart, feeling the grounding. 1 more breath. Hands come down to the mat, we step the right foot back. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, we push into the hands, lift. Exhale, hips up and back, ground. And breathe into your body. Maybe move a little bit. Just keep with that rhythm. And then inhale, left leg to the sky. Our left knee to our left elbow, we hold. And then left leg to the sky. Left knee to our nose. Step your left foot in between the hands. Slowly paint yourself up. Like you have paintbrushes and you're painting the wall in front of you. The left knee over the ankle. All 5 front toes face forward. Right heel back. Chest lifts. Allow the hips to relax. Hands reach high. Rotating the biceps away from the heart. Breathe. Feel the pose. Feel the body. Push into the left big toe mound. Feel the grounding in every single angle. 2 more breaths. Nice. 1 more breath. And then hands gently come down. We step the left foot back, plank. We bend the elbows, come onto the tippy toes, chaturanga dandasana. Push into the hands, lift the heart away from the lower back. Exhale, hips up and back. Feel your breath. And breathe. Continue to push into the fingers. Maybe a slight bend in the knees to lift the tailbone even higher, creating more length and space in the spine. And then inhale, right leg to the sky. Our right knee to our right elbow. And right leg to the sky. Our right foot steps in between our hands, and we paint ourselves up to a high lunge. Left heel down, keep the right knee bent, left hand back, warrior 2. The right knee over the right ankle, in between the second and third toe. Ground into your back foot. So if you have the 5 toes, this is your pinky. I want you to push into the inside of the pinky that touches the second toe. So not the outside. Push into the inside of the pinky, left thigh strong, knee over the ankle, rotate your front right ribs over to the left side of the mat, but ground your knee so your knee doesn't come with you. Your knee stabilizes and we breathe. Open the heart. Feel the heart begin to lead in our pose. How can we center right around the heart? 2 more breaths. Come into the pose. Push into the back, inside, touching that second toe, that part of the pinky on your left foot. And then straighten the right leg, right arm comes up. Parallel feet to the left side, hands come up and over, flying warrior. And then Prasarita Padottanasana A, hands come around and down. Hips in between the heels, so we're not to the left or right, we're right in between. Bend the knees slightly, lift the hips up, and let the chest gently come down. And just relax. If you want though, you can kind of take a little bit of movement here. So if you want to straighten both legs, the opposite time. If you do want to grab opposite elbows. If you want to plant the hands down and take maybe some inversions. But be so gentle with your body here. We'll take about 5 more breaths. Just breathing through our movement. Letting our body flow. And then 1 more breath. Let your hands walk to the top of the mat. Come onto your heel, right toes face forward. Drop your left knee. And then slowly let your chest come forward. And then slowly the right hand comes up and take a slight twist. But keep the knee over the ankle. I don't want the hip to come all the way out. I want to be safe there. And then from there we twist, so it's all in the rib cage. And a slight back bend. The right shoulder blade is supported behind you. Feel the heart lead. And then hands come down to the mat. We step the right knee back. Come to your plank. Tuck the toes. And then bend the elbows, shoulders forward. Inhale, we lift the heart. Exhale, downward dog. And just pedal the feet out. Feel the body. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Our left knee to our left elbow, we hold. And then left leg to the sky. Our left foot steps in between the hands. We paint ourselves up to a high lunge. Left knee over the ankle, and then right heel comes down, right hand back. Keep the left knee bent. Warrior 2. Same thing, it's that back inside pinky toe that touches the second toe. Push that in the pinky toe. So that right thigh is strong. The left knee over the left ankle. We ground into the foot, and we rotate the ribs. But again, we want to be gentle with the knee. The knee doesn't come with us. The knee stabilizes and the ribs rotate over to the right. Feel how that starts to open up in the groin. Reach the hands away, open the heart, and breathe. Keep reaching the hands wherever they need to go, grounding into the feet, feeling the entire body capacity coming online. And then straighten the left leg, left arm comes up. And then parallel the feet to the right side, hands come up over the head, flying warrior. This time we interlace the hands behind the back, Prasarita Padottanasana C. Hands come down, lift the heart, reset the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, hips come down, chest lowers. Reach the hands up and over the head. If you want to release the hands, that's perfectly fine. You can even take some twists if you want to. Go back to some inversions if that makes sense. Again, we'll have about 10 breaths here, just exploring our own body, just taking our time. Be super gentle, be super balanced. Just find your own heart, find your center. Wherever that leads, that's where we go. Listening to our heart. And again, it's not just rounding in the back. We're actually lifting our hips up. So then there's the pelvic tilt. So it's not just trying to force the back down, but there's this natural lowering of the chest because the pelvis and the thighs and the hips are coming up. 2 more breaths. Just finding your balance. And then we just gently walk the hands, top of the mat, bend the left knee, come onto the left heel. And then toes face forward, drop the right knee. And then hands come around, shift forward, the chest. Feel the chest coming forward, feel that opening up in the hip, and then left hand comes up, and breathe. And there's a lot of rotation around the rib cage. It's the left shoulder blade that comes up and around, slight back bend. And again, we're not opening up the hip here. We're actually trying to keep the hip nice and firm. We're opening up from the chest. And then hand comes down to the mat. We step the left knee back, tuck the toes, hips up, plank. And this time we'll skip our chaturanga, bend the knees, hips up and back, downward dog. And just pedal the feet, feel the lift. And then we walk the feet to the top of the mat. Hands come up over the head. Right knee comes to chest, hands to prayer. Flex the right foot, and we breathe. And then warrior 3. As much as you want. You don't have to put the foot all the way back if you don't want. But if you also want to reach the hands forward as well, flex the right foot back. And you can bend the left knee so this right hip wraps down. We're not opening up the hip into a half moon. Keep reaching the heel back, hands forward. And then gently bringing the right knee to chest. Nice and slow. If you want to put the foot down, that's cool. Whatever works. And then the same thing, rotate the femur out, right foot into the left thigh, or onto the calf, just as cool, or onto the ground, just as cool. Foot, ankle above the left ankle bone. I'll come onto my calf. Same thing here, 20 breaths. If you want to play with closing your eyes, that could be cool too. Just try it. Just see what happens. It's never easy. It's definitely a part of our balance. You'll figure that out really quickly. But even coming onto the calf here, it actually has a lot of the same bone load density as bringing the foot up here. With a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit less pressure on the knee. Again, there's a lot of traditions in the practice, and so as we just find what works for us through modifications, through different intentions, through different breath work, we can really find a nice balance right in the center of our heart. 3 more nice centered heart breaths. Feel it. And then step the foot down. Come to our chair pose. Sweep the hands up. Bend the knees, hips back. And then slowly come forward. Diver's pose. Lift the heels high. Reach the hands back. Upward dog chest. Shoulder blades come together. And then we're going to push the heels together. Bend the knees out. Hands come down to the mat. Crow pose. We'll bend the elbows. Knees come above the elbows or all the way up into the armpits. Whatever's more comfortable with you, find your balance, find your center in your heart. And then from here, we shift the weight from the palms into the fingertips. If you want to play with just one foot at a time, that could be super cool. If we do come forward, try connecting the big bones on the outside of your big toes, behind you. Looking forward so you balance out your body. 5 more breaths. If we come down, we can come up, or we can still back to our downward dog. Breathing into our body, feeling the balance in our heart. 1 more breath. We can hop or step back, bending our elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the hips. Feel the breath. Just pedal the feet out a little bit. And then we walk to the top of the mat, nice and slow, no rush. And then as we come up, left knee to chest. And then hands come to prayer. You kick your left heel back, slightly bend the right knee, warrior 3. You want to reach the hands forward, that's fine too. Flex the left foot and wrap the left hip down as we reach our chest. Ground into the body. Reach the hands, reach the heel back. And then gently bringing the left knee in the chest. Nice and slow. Nice job. Rotate the femur out, left foot into the right thigh. Or into the calf. Or we kickstand. Toes go down, heel above the ankle bone. I'll come onto the calf again. It's perfect, I love it. Maybe close your eyes, have fun. But be gentle, be safe. That's our priority, and from there then we explore within that safety. Not pushing the limits, but expanding our notion of how we can move. Come back to your breath. Three more deep breaths. And step the left foot down, bend the knees, hips back, chair pose. And then exhale, toes to the mat, lift the heels, reach the hands back, open the chest, diver's pose. And then open the chest even more so the shoulder blades come together and lift the heart. They propel the heart forward, but not jamming. It's naturally working together so our heart leads and everything follows in support. And then push your heels together, knees come out, reach the hands down, be gentle in your body. Bend the elbows, knees above the elbows are all the way into the armpits. And then we shift forward onto the fingertips, lifting the heels. Just take your time. Use your breath. Balance with your head reaching, allowing when you come down. This time we'll come down into a malasana squat. So feet reaching out, knees in line with the toes, elbows into the knees, hands to prayer. Use the base of the thumb to project the chest up so we don't round as much. Sit the hips down and sit down even lower. Let this be just a pause. And just maybe even close your eyes here just to kind of feel your body right now. Right now. Feel your breath. Hands into the heart, we lift the chest. We keep the heart propelled. And then gently come forward, knees onto the mat. We'll sweep the feet around, bringing our knees into our chest. And just kind of roll back and forth a little bit. Just kind of feeling the body. Go to the left, and then over to the right. To the left. And then we drop the feet down, bridge series. Hands could be by our side or interlace the hands under the back. Come onto the shoulder blades a couple times. And then on your exhale, lift the hips. But I want you to allow the shoulder blades to come together so the heart lifts too. Try gently allowing the knees to move away, going past the toes, and the chest to come up and away, going up and over the head. So you feel this natural opening of the length of our entire back body. Push into the feet, keep the hips lifted by the feet. We never give up on the feet. Neither do we give up on the shoulders and the heart. So everything works together. Keep that lift. 3 more breaths. Slight chin tuck so we don't blow out the back of our neck. We want to be nice and gentle in our breath. And then release the hands. Everything comes down at once. Knees over to the left. Knees over to the right. Go really slow here, so we're really just kind of loosening up, allowing us to really counteract what the body does so we can give ourselves a sense of a roadmap for safety. And the knees come back into our chest, hands over the shins. Roll slowly. Take one big circle, then go the other way. Take a couple here. And we drop the feet down. We can go back to our bridge, which is beautiful. I'll continue with the bridge. Or if you want to take a full wheel, fingers facing the heels, come a little closer in your stance, and on your exhales when you lift your pelvis. So again, one big breath. On the exhale, push into the feet, lift the pelvis. Allow the shoulder blades to come together so the heart propels even greater. And then slight chin tuck. As you lift your heart up and over the head, lift your knees away and over the toes, so you lengthen the bottom of your body, feeling the length in the back bend. Not just the back, but the entire back body. Breathe into your heart, feeling the centering, feeling the purpose. We all belong. We all have our hearts. We can all lead with our own breath. Gently coming down, all at once. Knees to the left, knees to the right. Just do that a couple more times, just naturally feeling a little relief. And then bring your knees into your chest, and then straighten both legs, flex both feet, and reach your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Almost if it's a forward fold, but our legs are not on the ground, they're up. We're reaching towards the toes. You're grounding into your lower back. You're feeling a lift. You're engaging the abs. Breathe. And then drop the left leg. Right hand comes around the right thigh. This could be cool. You could even bend the knee, bring the knee in the chest. You want to straighten the leg the whole time and maybe even walk the hand up the calf. You can try and bring the thigh just towards the chest. It doesn't have to be close to the chest. It just has to know its direction. But really the purpose and the key is the heels. Imagine there's energy coming out of your right heel going up, pulling it, magnetizing it up. And imagine your left heel is being magnetized forward. So we have this difference in the gravitational pulls that can start to open up a different perspective. Keep reaching in the hand, lifting the heart, using the body weight to open us even more. And just feel the natural breath, the left heel shooting forward with our energy, the right heel shooting up. Breathe into your body. And then bend your left knee, left foot on the floor. And then bend your right knee, right foot over the left thigh, modified pigeon. Grab for the back of the left thigh. So you're bringing your right foot, bend the right knee, on the left thigh. It's not on the knee, it's a little bit off the thigh and below the knee. And then we grab back of the left thigh, flex both feet, let the head, neck, and shoulders relax. Maybe even close your eyes. Just feel the direction of the left knee going towards the chest. It doesn't have to be close. Just the direction, the intention, where our breath is going. Just feel your body. And then gently, left foot comes down. Take the right foot off and shake it out. Take some circles with the right knee. Get some blood back in the thigh and the hips. And then bring the knees and the chest, hands across the shins. Both feet to the sky. Reach for the toes. Head, neck, and shoulders comes up. Grounding into the back as if we're forward folding with our feet up towards the sky. Flex both feet, heels to the sky, toes towards the nose. Breathe into your capacity. And then right leg releases, hands behind the left thigh. Expand, and allowing it to contract. And the knees come back to the center. Come to Supta Baddha Konasana, feet push together, knees come out. If you have blankets or pillows or something you want to put on each side, that could be cool. Imagine your pinky toes are pushing into each other a little bit, and your big toes are like a book, and they just unfold your foot. But don't do it too much to where you feel any pressure on your knees. Just open it up to where there's enough. You're feeling it come out. You feel some hip opening maybe. Cactus the arms, open the chest, close the eyes. And then on your next inhale, exhale, straighten both legs, feet wide as the mat, palms reach to the sky. Close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just curl your hands a little bit. Curl your toes too, crunch them a little bit. And then release them, releasing the heart, releasing the toes and the fingers. Letting the back of your knees melt away like water going down the waterfall. And then your shoulders melting away into the mat. Releasing just the forehead, letting it melt away, down the cheeks. And letting the cheeks relax, letting the cheeks melt away down towards the chin. Take one big breath, filling your heart with love and compassion. Shavasana. wiggle your toes and your nose and your fingers and your shoulders. And reach the hands over the head, nice and slow. Open the heart, let it expand with compassion and love for yourself and your poses. And then slowly coming onto our right side, knees in the chest, use your hands as a pillow. Then we push ourselves up, nice and strong. Come into a nice seat, lifting the chest. Reach the hands over the head. Keep reaching, keep reaching. We'll twist once to the left. Inhale, reach. Once to the right. And thank you, the Chelsea Piers family, for flowing today. Continue to follow us on IG for amazing content. And then make sure you tune in later today, 7 p.m. For Zumba class. It's going to be really awesome with Shira. Thank you so much.